Miami Heat vs Orlando Magic Full Game Highlights, October 12, 2025 NBA Preseason. The 2025 NBA Preseason continued with an exciting showdown in Florida as the Miami Heat hosted the Orlando Magic on October 12, 2025. Fans packed the arena to see how these two Eastern Conference teams, both brimming with talent and hungry for a strong start to the season, would perform. With a mix of established stars, rising young talent, and new additions aiming to prove themselves, the game promised fireworks, and it delivered from tip-off to the final buzzer. Right from the opening tip, the Heat came out firing. Jimmy Butler, entering another season as the team's cornerstone, immediately set the tone with aggressive drives to the basket, drawing fouls and creating opportunities for his teammates. Bam Adebayo, as always, was a force in the paint, crashing the boards, altering shots, and finishing with authority in transition. Miami's opening strategy was clear: establish their interior presence while using quick ball movement to create open looks for sharpshooters like Tyler Herro and Max Strus. Herro, in particular, caught fire early, hitting back-to-back triples that had the home crowd buzzing. The Magic responded with intensity. Paolo Banchero led the charge for Orlando, showing why he's considered one of the league's brightest young stars. His combination of size, skill, and agility allowed him to score in multiple ways, whether posting up in the paint or stepping out for a mid-range jumper. Franz Wagner complemented Banchero perfectly, attacking the rim with a fearless approach and showcasing improved ball handling and court vision. The Magic's defensive scheme focused on containing Butler, switching frequently, and rotating to cover Miami's shooters. Their effort paid off early, limiting easy baskets and forcing the Heat into contested shots. Throughout the first half, the game was a back-and-forth battle. The Heat relied on veteran savvy and depth, with Gabe Vincent and Kyle Lowry orchestrating the offense and keeping the pace high. Adebayo dominated the glass, while Herro and Strus provided spacing to stretch Orlando's defense. For the Magic, rookie Jalen Hood-Schifino impressed off the bench, showing poise beyond his years as he set up teammates and knocked down shots. The first quarter ended with Miami narrowly ahead, 29-27, but the Magic quickly countered in the second quarter, using fast break points and perimeter shooting to take a slight lead at halftime, 56-54. The third quarter showcased both teams experimenting with rotations and testing their bench depth. Miami brought in younger players like Nikola Jovic and Caleb Houstan, who contributed with energy, hustle, and surprising scoring bursts. Jovic made a splash with a mid-range jumper and a couple of aggressive drives, while Houstan hit a three-pointer that sparked a mini-Heat run. The Magic, meanwhile, relied on rookies and sophomores such as Wendell Moore Jr. and Jermaine Samuels, who showed flashes of brilliance with athletic finishes and defensive plays. Despite the rotation, the quarter remained tightly contested, with neither team gaining more than a 5-point lead. Defense was a key storyline throughout the second half. The Heat emphasized switching and doubling in key moments, particularly on Banchero, trying to force turnovers and bad shots. Adebayo anchored the paint, blocking and altering shots, while Butler contributed with timely steals and deflections. For Orlando, their young core displayed resilience, with Wagner and Banchero working tirelessly to attack closeouts and exploit gaps in Miami's defense. The back-and-forth nature of the game kept fans on the edge of their seats, as both teams traded baskets, defensive stops, and highlight plays quarter after quarter. The fourth quarter brought high drama. With 3 minutes left, the game was tied at 98-98, and both teams leaned on their stars. Butler drove through multiple defenders for a tough layup, while Adebayo secured a critical rebound and finished on the other end. Miami shooters, including Herro and Strus, hit clutch threes to keep the lead, but Orlando refused to back down. Banchero, Wagner, and Moore orchestrated fast breaks and executed pick-and-roll plays to keep the scoreboard ticking. The Magic's effort was highlighted by Hood-Schifino, who, despite limited preseason experience, showed composure and vision, setting up teammates for crucial points down the stretch. In the final minute, Miami's experience shone through. Butler drew fouls and converted key free throws, while Adebayo continued to dominate the paint. Orlando had opportunities, with Banchero hitting a contested mid-range jumper and Wagner drawing a foul, but the Heat's defensive rotations and calm under pressure proved decisive. A final sequence saw Butler drive, kick out to Herro, and Herro's jumper sealed the game. The buzzer sounded, and the Heat emerged with a hard-fought 112-107 victory over the Magic. Individually, the Heat had multiple standout performances. Jimmy Butler finished with 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists, demonstrating leadership and efficiency. Bam Adebayo contributed 22 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocks, anchoring both ends of the floor. Tyler Herro added 20 points, Max Strus chipped in 14, and the bench provided timely support to maintain momentum. For the Magic, Paolo Banchero led the scoring with 25 points and 10 rebounds, Franz Wagner added 19 points, and Jalen Hood-Schifino impressed with 12 points and 6 assists off the bench. While it's only pre-season, this matchup offered a clear glimpse of what's to come for both teams. Miami showed depth, veteran leadership, and defensive intensity, while Orlando highlighted their young core's talent, scoring versatility, and ability to compete against experienced opponents. Fans left the arena excited, knowing that the Eastern Conference will once again be loaded with thrilling matchups and competitive battles. Overall, the Heat vs Magic preseason clash was a testament to the excitement of the NBA in October. Both teams pushed each other to the limit, experimenting with rotations, testing strategies, and showcasing star talent. For Miami, it was an encouraging start that reinforced their championship aspirations, while Orlando left with plenty of positives to build upon as they continue developing a promising young roster. When these teams meet again in the regular season, fans can expect another high-energy, edge-of-your-seat battle that could go down to the wire. The 2025 preseason may be a warm-up, but for the Heat and Magic, it was a vivid reminder that talent, effort, and determination can make any game memorable. From highlight dunks to deep threes and clutch defensive stops, this matchup had it all, and set the stage for a thrilling season ahead in the Eastern Conference.